I believe it's very important in these times of mystery in our nation and overall across the world that we as people try to not get paranoid about what might happen. It's hard to control because there's so many things we want to control. We think it's natural to seek control over things that are unsettling to us. And there's so many things in the world that your mind can latch onto that you wish you could change. And you might even have the power to change on some level. But do you think that the best changes are going to come from those of us who are paranoid or who act on their paranoia and can't discern what's coming from a place of courage versus fear? Because courage comes from overcoming these fears and paranoias, not from giving into them in a way that's only reactive. So if you're the kind of person who wants to understand the world and create positive changes that aren't just fear-based, accepting the mystery, all its good and negative elements in its own right, and responding clearly without your fight or flight being the only thing that kicks in, will make those ideas and responses you do have more discernible in terms of where they're coming from emotionally. And this emotional level of understanding is more important than many philosophers have given credit to. Paranoia can show itself in subtle ways by falling back on our identity and roles to the point where we can't engage in a fluid way with the circumstances around us. We see people only defined as categories in these situations because there's something about those roles that we're afraid of. And if someone's attacking you or there's a fear of death, you might not know what the right thing to do is, not just for yourself, but for the society as a whole. So seeing each element and role in its own place, acknowledging the fear, and knowing when it's appropriate to act on it based on what's going on, knowing the difference between an immediate threat and trauma can help develop your understanding of the world in a way that acknowledges the fear and danger of the world without having to constantly fall back on that as your only sense of security.